Have you ever felt like you are living your life on a stage, but you aren't the one directing the play? In a world that demands constant connectivity, we have traded our peace of mind for the illusion of presence. We post our wins, broadcast our struggles, and check our notifications like clockwork. But under the surface, the constant noise is exhausting. According to surveys, when people finally decide to delete their social media, it isn't out of anger. It is to protect their peace, escape superficial connections, and focus on real life. If you feel like your growth has stalled, there is a radical, silent alternative. It's called ghost mode. This is not a get-rich-quick trick or a temporary digital detox. It is a structured 180-day blueprint to completely rebuild your daily routines, focus, and financial mindset in complete secret. Phase 1 begins with a choice that feels terrifying in its simplicity. You disappear. You do not announce your departure. You do not write a taking a break post. You simply log out, delete the apps, and step into the shadows. In the first 45 days, your brain will experience a form of withdrawal. We are biologically wired to seek validation and comfort. When you cut off the cheap dopamine of endless scrolling, your mind will panic. You will feel an overwhelming urge to check in, to see what you were missing, or to explain to people what you are doing. To survive this initial phase, you must practice what psychologists call the observer self technique. Instead of fighting the sudden urge to scroll or seek comfort, you step back. You observe the craving as a temporary chemical reaction. Neuroscientist Jill Bolte Taylor established that the physical lifespan of an emotional trigger is only 90 seconds. If you can watch your craving arise, breathe through those 90 seconds without acting, the physical urge dissolves. You are no longer the victim of your impulses. You are the observer. By day 46, the digital noise has quieted, but a new challenge emerges: social friction. This is the start of the no friend experiment, a period of intentional, selective loneliness. This is not about isolating yourself because you hate people. It is about establishing a strict boundary blueprint to protect your focus. We often maintain low-standard friendships out of habit, even when those connections drain our energy or keep us comfortable in bad habits. When you go silent, you will quickly realize who actually values your presence and who simply used you to pass the time. During these weeks, you must learn to say no without over-explaining. When you over-explain your boundaries, you invite others to negotiate them. True growth happens in silence. You do not need to explain your transformation to anyone. Let them wonder why you aren't around. Your only job in this phase is to build high standards for your time and energy. At the halfway mark, day 91, your brain has cleared the digital fog. Now it's time to rewire your nervous system. For years, your brain has been trained to reject hard work because comfort was always one tap away. In this phase, you must systematically trick your brain into craving difficult, productive tasks. You do this by replacing cheap dopamine loops with analog depth. Instead of waking up and reaching for a screen, you establish a timeout protocol for your morning. You spend your first hours in a single spotlight of monotasking, whether that is studying, building a side income, or training your body. When you remove the easy escape hatches, your brain has no choice but to find satisfaction in the work itself. You will find that the tasks you once avoided, like reading a book, writing code, or tracking your finances, become deeply satisfying. The gears of your mind are no longer slipping. They are finally locked into place. As you enter the final phase, day 136 to day 180, the compounding effect of your quiet habits becomes visible. You have spent months building a solid foundation in the dark. Your body is stronger, your mind is clearer, and your financial habits are disciplined. But the greatest change is emotional. You have cultivated what is known as compassionate distance. Because you spent months observing your own thoughts without reacting, you can now observe other people's chaos without absorbing it. When people try to push your buttons or pull you back into old drama, they fail. You have become so calm and unbothered that it almost makes people nervous. You don't need to win arguments or seek approval. Your quiet confidence speaks for itself. On day 180, the experiment is complete. You step back into the world not as a different person, but as the person you were always meant to be before the world told you who to be. Ghost mode isn't a permanent escape from reality. It is a temporary retreat to build a fortress of self-discipline. By choosing to disappear for 6 months, you have bought back your autonomy, your focus, and your future. If you are ready to start your own timeline, don't leave a comment. Don't tell your friends. Just log out, close this screen, and let your results do the talking. Your 180 days start now.